Now we're going to show you how to turn this loop into this playable lead sound. Crossfade Looper CM is an extremely versatile sampler with some practically unique sound design features. In this tutorial we'll make a sustained lead sound from a synth loop and we'll modulate it to make it sound really awesome. The results will sound nothing like the source loop. Hit the Load Sample button on Crossfade Looper CM and load synthloop.wav from the samples folder. Play along MIDI notes and you should now hear the sample play all the way through. This is a funky tune, but we're just going to use this sample as source material to make our own tune. On the waveform you'll see 4 coloured markers. The yellow marker is where the sample starts playback. Green and red are loop start and end. The blue one sets the amount of crossfading. Use the markers to narrow down the loop to just one note. In this case, G sharp is the same pitch as the original root note. Move the crossfade marker, that's the blue one, further to the right until you get a smooth loop. Next, turn the loop knob in the sample section all the way to the right to select alternate, meaning that the sample plays forward, then backwards, then forwards, and so on, which is also called ping pong looping. For a punchier sound, turn the amplitude envelope's attack down to 0.1 seconds. The attack of the sample is currently part of the loop, which makes it much less smooth than it could be. To fix this, move the green marker along to 0.035, so our loop encompasses the sustained section. For some tasty vibrato, switch the pitch LFO amount to full and the speed to about 3 o'clock. To make the vibrato fade in gradually, set the delay to around 12 o'clock. Now let's turn our attention to Crossfade Looper CM's filter panel. To switch on the filter, turn the type knob up to about 1.2 and turn the cutoff right down. Look at the filter LFO panel. It currently has no effect because the amount is turned right down, so we'll increase the amount to about halfway. You can hear that the sound gradually disappears while the note is held. The LFO is definitely working, but it's too extreme, so we put the cutoff back to about 12 o'clock. Turn the speed of the filter LFO to 3 o'clock and the delay to 12 o'clock to give the same gradual introduction to the modulation as with the pitch. Turn the filter panel's envelope amount knob up to full too. To add some cool effects to this sound, automate the root parameter to cause slowdowns and speedups. If you get a really good bit of automation programmed in and you want to copy it elsewhere, highlight your desired automation and use the duplicate envelope option to replicate just the automation, leaving the MIDI as it is. Finally, set the hard sync mode to 6 cycles and the detune to -1200 cents. Make sure that in the Sync Detune LFO panel the retrigger is on, the speed and delay are at 3 o'clock, and the amount is at 10 o'clock. All this over the top modulation makes a crazy rasping bending effect. Try to have this sound lower in the mix with some bottom end taken out because it can clog up the mix if it's allowed to be too dominant.